Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning. Here we go again. It is the 18th. Gosh, August is flying by. I can't believe it. Oh, it's so hot. And thank goodness for air conditioning. My goodness. I am going to give CNC to all of these baby bunnies. I have a gazillion. Good lordy. These are all my wave bees. I'm calling them. They were born the first week in July. So they're right at 7 weeks old. They're ready, almost ready for their own little cages. And all of the moms, it's kind of funny to watch the dynamics. But the first few weeks, holy cow, some are okay with me going in and checking on their babies, and some are not. And some are definitely not. And as the weeks have gone on, my husband was helping me gather them this morning, and he goes, "Is this the grumpy one?" I said, "Yeah." And she's just like, "Whatever, just take them, will you?" She's like, she's done a complete turnaround. But she's one of my Chocolate Agouti moms, and she's a beauty. She's a biggie too. So I have high hopes for her babies. And just a few fun announcements. I just got the email that it is confirmed the ARBA COD committee has approved our Chocolate Agouti COD. So we're doing it. We're doing it. I knew I was expecting word any day. It's like, come on, hurry, right? And but it came through. I'm really excited. So our plans to move forward for this fall in October, which is right around the corner, we are going to bring 12 of these little Chocolate Agoutis for our exhibit. And then shortly after that, the NARBIC, the National Angora Club, will send out a ballot to all the members for them to officially vote that they approve on the new color variety. So I don't anticipate any issues with that at all. And after that, we are just going to continue breeding and perfecting those Chocolate Agoutis and making a lot more and spreading the good ones to a lot more other people, specifically the village elders in our Colored Giant group. We're over 30 people now in that group. These are the people that not only love colored giants, but they're willing to jump in and breed and produce and get some more. Yeah, so they're going to help me bring a whole bunch to 2028 in the fall in Kentucky. That's our first presentation. So first, we got to go to Reno this October with at least 12. So they can sit and look pretty. People can go ooh and ah. And then the NARBIC will vote. And then the last piece will be our first presentation in 2028. And I have high dreams. I know I'm a little crazy. My husband tells me this all the time. But I want 100. You got it. 100 Chocolate Agoutis in 2028. I'm bringing in 25. That's a given. But I need more. For one thing, is we need at least 25 Chocolate Agoutis entered and ready to show at the convention, at the same convention that I'm making my presentation. And of those 25, they need to be from 5 different households. Yeah, so they don't need Yeah, it can be from anybody's stock. So bring them in show coat, interim, and let's share some really neat stock. I'm jazzed. If you haven't read the new rules, I'll put in the link I went to in a lot more detail in the 2026 new standard. It describes all the new rules in the nitty gritty detail. So get it out, read it. They, in my opinion, they made it a lot easier for us to introduce new varieties or a new breed into the American Rabbit Association. And I've been told by a very wise man that it's not easy, Tammy. It's not easier. Well, he was referring to, I believe, that we need the community because we need verification that there's proof of interest from 5 different households and a minimum of 25 to show up at convention. It used to be only the COD people on the COD paperwork could present their animals that were bred and owned by them. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's like wide open. And before the proof of interest, this is what changed. Like in the days of my Chestnut COD, I had, with my paperwork that I sent in, I had to have 5 letters of affidavits from 5 other breeders in 5 different households stating that they are currently breeding that color that I'm trying to introduce. That used to be the proof of interest, but not anymore. They don't want it on paper. They want to see it in person. So, let's show them in person. Let's not only have 25. I want 100. So, yeah, let's get in there. I'm jazzed, you guys. I'm all excited. So, on my website, sinfullysoft.com, I am selling off a bunch of my stock. That's not the Chocolate Agouti. I used to have 2 barns, and it was crazy madness. A lot of breeding, a lot of, my goodness. Well, I'm down to 1 barn. And I refuse to go up to 2 barns again. That was just too much. I'm older and hopefully wiser. Not always, but I try. Anyway, 1 barn. I'm only going to work with the cages that I have, which is ample enough to do what I need to do, but I can't have these other little side things like, I don't know if you can see her. She's right over here. Hi, honey bunny. This little tiny black one, you'll see her here in a minute. She's going to go. She can't stay with me. Normally, I would love her and let her grow up and possibly make babies and more black wool for me, because I love the blacks too. But nope, we're focused. We're going to be focused for the next several years on just Chocolate Agouti and Lynx and Opals. I'm not taking out the COD for those 2 varieties, but I'm going to help other people to take them out. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking about it, holy cannoli, do it! And contact me. I'll help you. I'll give you whatever advice I can. Help you get your team together and let's get the paperwork rolling. Because, this is part of the new rules. We only need 3 of the varieties in the Agouti group. The Agouti group. We got the Chestnut passed. We're going to get the Chocolate Agouti. So if we have either the Opal or the Lynx, the 4th one, we could have the club voted in. We don't need to do a 4th COD. And the same goes with the solid colors. We have black, we have brown, which is chocolate, we have lynx, and blue. If we get 3 of those colors approved through the COD process, we can have the 4th one voted in. Easy peasy. Oh my gosh. So sky's the limit, you guys. Let's let's get together. If you're interested in helping us, golly, join our village elders group. Get in contact me with. We'll get you in. We'll get you some stock, and we'll start making more colored giant angoras. So there's a couple of ways. So there's numerous ways you can help support me on this endeavor, because these guys are eating me out of house, and oh my God, they're teenagers, and if you've ever fed a teenager, their appetite is huge, and they're growing like crazy, which is good. But yeah, so I have got all my tie-dye t-shirts. I'm going to move my phone for just a minute and show you some of the pretties that we got up there. Aren't they pretty? Oh my gosh. Yep. They're on Sinfully Soft, and I have them, I believe, marked down for 25% off. And I have behind me, I'm hiding them, a bunch more, because my large is very low. I only have 3. I couldn't believe. They're like, oh my God, where'd they all go? And we got some more extra large. So I'm getting ready to sew them up and start my designing and tie-dyeing them. So those will be it. So go to my website, check it out. And while you're there at the website, another thing I'm doing is my cards. You guys, they're being printed right now. There's so much to be excited for. I'm just overwhelmed, just crazy. Yeah, they're being printed. It took some doing, several revisions. I'm like a control freak. I wanted them perfect, and they're pretty darn perfect. I love them. They sent me proof hard copy last week. These just came in the mail. So I have, this is the actual cards, you guys. They are so pretty. The little gems just sparkle. They just, oh, they're stunning. And so the cards are being printed right now. And I was so excited because I get to have 4 jokers. The original paperwork only had room for 2. But I told her, you know, I can't make up my mind. I had 2 black and 2 red. And I was supposed to submit 1 black and 1 red joker. But the little gal, she said, no, Cammie, you can have all 4. So we're doing all 4. And these are the backs. I am just jazzed. So my husband and I, we hem-hawed, at least I did. I did more hem-hawing than my husband. He just does a lot of sighing and scratching his chin. And let's see. So between him hawing, me hem-hawing, and his scratching his chin, we decided instead of just 100 decks of cards, actually with my Kickstarter, I think it was 120 that I needed to fill all of the orders. I upped it. So we're making over 200 decks of cards. And there's 50 that I've allowed for a 50% off sale. So you can get them right now off my website for only $25. That's the same price that the Kickstarter was paying. After those 50 are gone, and after my Kickstarter people are filled with their orders, everything that's left is going to go up to $45. They're a collector's item. They're pretty darn special. You won't get them ever again. So right now, there's only 50 that I posted on my website. If you didn't get in on the Kickstarter, you can still get in on the fun for $25. As another way you can help me feed these baby giants. Buy a tie-dye t-shirt And if you don't like tie-dye, I don't know why you wouldn't, but there's some people that don't. Go figure. But there's other cool t-shirts on my website. I'm just like getting crazy. And you know, I have another experiment. I'll show you a sneak peek at my notepads. I might even do coloring books. I'm with little giants. They are so cute. I'm pretty tickled. So just before I get into the giant babies, you can watch me unveil some of my notepads. You'll be the first to see. They're pretty cute. And starting in September, here we go. We have a group of people we've all been talking about the Colored Giant Angoras, and there's been a lot of questions. A lot of questions I don't have the answers for. So you know what I did? I bought this book, and I reached out to the author, and there's also another blog, and I don't have that information right in front of me, but it has really good information. I'll put the links to both the book and that blog. Gosh, it's a gal out of Canada, I believe. She had a lot of great information on color genetics. So what we decided to do is have a weekly little cohort, free of charge. There's only a couple of seats left. So if you're interested in learning about color genetics and want to learn along with me, get in touch with me. We'll squeeze you in. Because once we start in September, we're just going to keep rolling. And it's going to be in the evenings. I think we decided at 5 o'clock Pacific time on Thursdays. It's going to run for 7 weeks. All the sessions are going to be recorded, and they're going to be private. We'll put them up in the Angora Artesian Academy for the students, the people that enroll. So if you aren't able to make a meeting or two, you can go back and watch. And I also have a collection of experts. They're marvelous. I'm going to solidify their volunteerism because they volunteered about a month ago. So I need to reach out to them again just to make sure. But as we go through this little color genetic cohort of mine, there's going to be questions that we won't be able to answer. Maybe it's not going to be black and white in this book. So I'm going to reach out to these people and have a one-on-one with them and have it recorded either in podcast style or on YouTube, and we're going to post it publicly. So not only will the color cohort people have access to these specific topics, but everybody will. So I'm really excited about sharing that. It's going to be a huge opportunity. And I'm kind of thinking as I'm talking, I do that a lot. But as there's topics like steel or the E gene, wideband, oh my God. Even if I have 2 or 3 people that are willing to talk about that specific subject for about 10, 20 minutes, I'm going to do all the people that want to do it and record it and post it. The more information we can get, because I don't know about you guys, but I might hear something 2 or 3 or more times, but maybe it's the 5th time, and that other person, the way they explained it, it finally rung in my little brain. It's like, oh, and the light bulb goes off. So yeah, I'm just going to do it. So that's the color genetics is going to happen. Oh, my dogs are going crazy out there. We have 2 little yappers, and anything that walks by, they think it's against the rules. But anyway, notepads, coloring books. Did I tell you about OFF? That's another thing. OFF, Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival. That's also in October. So, these months are just rolling too quickly. I am teaching a class on how to prepare your fiber, your Angora fiber, for the mail, or get it prepared for marketing. Sorting and grading your Angora wool. Yeah, it's going to be cool. And Molly, is also teaching a class. Actually, it's the same day. So if you're around Albany, Oregon on October 30th, in the morning, Molly is teaching her class, and in the afternoon is mine. You can double hit it. You get all of it. But Molly's teaching her class. It's so cute. Happy Hairy Hair Husbandry. I had to write it down. There's a lot of H's. Happy Hairy Hair Husbandry. And Molly, gosh, she's the sweetest gal. Very knowledgeable. She knows her stuff. She's had German Angoras for years, and the stuff that she's going to be teaching is just invaluable. It's great. Oh, one other last thing I just ran across. I've heard about this book for over a year, maybe longer. This gal, Amanda Fritz, has been writing it. She's got it published. I am so proud of her. That's a huge, huge deal. And so she's shipping out pre-sale purchases right now. I'll put the link in this YouTube description. So anyway, congratulations, Amanda. I ordered a book. It's not cheap, but knowing Amanda, it is going to be awesome. And I say that because she is brilliant. She knows her stuff. You know, we were just talking about color genetics. This gal, anytime anybody asks me any questions, and if I don't have the answers, which is quite often, guess who I send them to? Most likely Amanda. There's so many people that know a lot about it, and she's really good. And she's done giants for years. And one of my best blacks that I got from her years ago, Sammy, yeah, he was outstanding, was from her long time ago. Oh, man. So if you're looking for a really good book, hot off the press, it's being printed right now, I believe. Going to be shipping out in September. 900 large, glossy, full-page photos, color photos. Yep. There is so little really, really good information. I mean, there's some really good books out there, but not very many. And yeah, so hop on the train and get you a book. Would you guys like to see my little notepads really quick? I'm going to undo them here real quick. And then we'll do some CNCs on these little critters. So today's going to be a long one, but you know, it just has to be done. It just has to be done. It's just going to be done one way or another. Orientation is locked. Let me see if I put you upside down. Time will tell. Goodness gracious. I do so many things by accident, you guys, and sometimes it's like, holy cow, how come you don't ever do that again? And sometimes it's like, I want to do that again, and I want to do hit some more. Oh my goodness. It is upside down. Is that going to be a problem? I don't know. I'll just show you this way, because when I get the bunnies up here, and the direction will not matter. Aren't those cute? Oh my gosh, this one. Oh, I had to point it out. It has 3 ears. Isn't that crazy? So Bubba, he's been helping me. If you haven't heard me talk about Bubba, see, I make my share of mistakes. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Well, what I did is I made some notebooks. And I think they're pretty darn cool. I was going to grab a knife and I forgot. I wonder if this will work. Ow. Don't cut yourself down. Not on live TV. Let's see if we can do this. I watched a few YouTubes and they make it look so easy, right? Look! I keep forgetting you're upside down. So for the backing, I didn't have any chipboard. And I'm such a cheap butt. I didn't want to waste a bunch of chipboard because what does everybody do with a chipboard that's back there? You throw it away. Such a waste. So I just put some cardstock and printed on it. And this is so cute. I had to put that on there. Of course, my next revision will have my QR code. How did I forget to do that? Angora Fluffish facts. I can say that 3 times. It's just cute. So I got some notes, some to-dos, and as I was coming up with cute little pictures, I thought, you know, if I do that cute little thing, I wonder if this will just rip off. Won't it? Nope. That's... Nope, I want the sharp edge. As I was doing it, it's like, I want something cute on there so somebody could color. Why not? Whether you're an adult, there's adult coloring books. So I made a few different designs of the coloring book, made them tall so they'd fit on the page. And I'm like, I wonder if you can do me up some more. So we started fussing around, and sure enough, I have a bunch more. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is my other design. I have a notebook that I designed that will go along with this. Let me see if I can show you the sneak peeks. Oh, dropped something over there. The only thing I didn't like is the cover. I laminated it, and that obviously didn't work. But the design I love. So I thought I would laminate just the outside, but didn't work. And then you have pages on the inside. You know, I just keep experimenting until I find something I like, and then if I like it, I'll do it again. I didn't like those notebooks on the cover, but I like everything else about it. Oh, I've got to be in a hurry. So these are a grand experiment of mine. One of the things that I found out, I was so excited yesterday. I had them printed for quite a while, and they were sitting on my shelf, and I said, you know, it's too hot to go outside right now. Let's do some stuff inside. I found them. It's like, oh, I'll get these cut, and I bought the glue to glue the ends. some time ago. Let's break it out and let's make some notepads. Let's see how this is going to work. So I cut them. And my husband cut me a couple of boards, this little jig, so I can flatten them. No, I'm not doing a very good job cutting them. See there? I think that's part of the lesson. I'm learning several lessons here. See, this is screwed up. That's one of my lessons. Pay attention to when I'm putting the paper in my printer. And maybe not cut these when you're in a hurry, huh? Yeah, so each one has a little cute. I thought that was a cute idea. I don't know. We'll see. I don't like to waste money. And packaging and all this stuff that we do, how much garbage do we put in the landfill every day? So as I'm, oh, see, well, I have a couple of notes. I think that'll be part of my lesson. Tammy, throw on an extra sheet on top because you know you probably, most likely, oh my God, are those just so cute? I like it. Oh, so yeah, what do you think? I love your input. Oh, isn't she cute? Yeah. I'm thinking on my coloring books, it got me thinking, this youngster at one of the rabbit shows, I think it was, or somewhere I was, he got this new coloring book and he was coloring away and he was trying to rip the page out. So he gave it to me. He was like, here, you have this, but he was having a hard time. So either have perforated paper so it could easily tear out. But you know, it just came to me, these little notebooks that I just glued on the end. I think I'll make that. That's not working. So I'm going to put it up here so it's out of my way, so I'm not going to hurt myself. Move all of this stuff, and we're going to start doing baby bunnies. Are you guys ready for this? Who's first? Well, you're over here. Everybody needs a CNC and they need to get weighed. Hi, baby. How are you? What are you doing? Oh, I moved my notebook too, didn't I? I was moving everything out of my way. And I moved my notebook because I need to take notes. And you're out of, who are you out of? I'm trying to read my note upside down. Rapturous. Oh, she was Miss Grumpy. That wasn't Grumpy. That's it. Yeah. Hi, baby. I don't know. We'll see here if that's too close. How are you? I'm going to put numbers on these guys. Because here pretty soon you'll start getting a tattoo number. Huh. We need my little bowl. Don't tell my husband I still have his bowl. You've been married long enough. It's kind of funny. There's little things that my husband, he's the cook, so I don't care what he thinks. He can have as many bowls as he wants. 2.8 pounds today. That's what you are. Hi, baby. And with these bowls, I tend to use them occasionally. Somebody peed on your forehead. Yeah, you feel really nice. Oh my gosh. Which isn't surprising. Rapturous. Who's the baby daddy? Puff. He was a Chocolate Agouti. Shall we trim your toenails? Can we do that? And while we're down here, I'm going to take a peek, and I think you're a doe. This morning it was funny. I was getting stuff ready, and I had one cage full of babies, and I needed to get many more cages. And my husband came in. He's doing mail for me right now. Oh, or for himself, because he's retired. He's doing my job. So I no longer have a job. These guys are my job now. He came in complaining that he needed some help. It was so heavy today, which was, he was being silly. It was really light. And I said, well, he wanted to move the sheep over to another area. So I'm like, there's only two. We have our little ram, which is a sweet guy we just got. Oh my gosh. And one of the lambs is keeping them company. So I figured even if they run amok, they shouldn't get too far, right? There's only two of them. But that ram, he's so sweet. All I had to do was shake the green bucket. The only time he tried to mow me over is when I stopped for a second. And he's like, I want some more of that green. Stop. Wait a minute. I was like, nope, you're going over here. There's some green grass you need to eat down. So he's like, so far he's been really sweet. Of course, this fall may be a new story. Have a nice straight tail. You have a really good body. Oh my gosh. I am liking that. You're going to be pretty. Okay, let's put you back. One more white one. You're going to be number 2. That's who you are. I got too many pens up here. Is that a problem? No. You're a white one too. Somebody's been pooping on you too. So when I was getting stuff ready this morning, I think I made my steps. I came in here. I forgot my nail trimmers. I said, you know, I need my little brush just in case. So I had to go back out and get my brush, and I was thoughtful enough. You're feeling really nice too. You have just a little dip there, but not much. Very nice. Very nice, sweetheart. Should we get you out and weigh you? There you are. 2.3 or 4. Thereabouts. Thereabouts. You're getting some furnishings. You'll get some. Let's check and see who you are. I think you're a buck. It was funny last time, that last round, I had 100% on my sexing. I was pretty happy because there was a lot of babies. There's a lot of babies this time too. There's some people that are really good at sexing, and they can sex even at the day of birth. Well, for one, my eyesight isn't that good. I can't see the little itty bitty parts at a day old. So I just wait until they're about this age. Then about 8 weeks, we check him again. Where are you going? I have one that's looking over the cage. They're silly. And by the time I tattoo them, right about 8 weeks, 9 weeks, somewhere around there. Oh, I know, sweetheart. We're doing this for you and me. Oh, okay. They're not too sharp. I think I trimmed these a few weeks ago. But they're still little daggers. When I first started having babies with these guys, oh my gosh, my forearms were bloodied all the time. I went in for my checkup. My doctor, he was so sweet. Tammy, and he was like, we have to talk. And talk about what? How do you get all those scratches on your arms? He was thinking I was doing harm to myself. I said, well, kind of, but not really. I have help. I have little 4-legged critter help. I know I got that one a little sharp, a little short. They're not too bad. See, in my chestnuts, I would never see this. little poop peace signs, because they're all brown already. Nice, sweetheart. Your siblings over here. Oh, guess what? We're getting into the Chocolate Agoutis. Hi, baby. You're going to be a 3. Can I write that in your ear? I had something in your ear from a few weeks ago. But you're a 3 today. Put you in the bowl. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that one more time. 2.3. Yeah. So fun starting to see the little furnishings come on. Oh my goodness. Are you going to keep growing up and be beautiful? Because you're going to go to Reno this fall. Let's second see who you are. You're a buck. You are. Can we trim those little toenails? All I'm doing is just doing the very ends. Just taking off those little daggers. Because if you don't trim the baby's toenails, oh my God, they are deadly. They are so sharp. Hi, bye-byes. I know what I was going to do for these long sessions. I was going to look up some music that I could play in the background. Do you guys want that? Let me know in the comments. I'm feeling some poop or something back here. Little brown one. Did I already do those? I think I did. Yep. You know, I haven't been checking teeth, but let's do that just because you're here. Yep. Hi, baby. You're a sweetheart. I got 2 more Chocolate Agoutis over here. You're going to be number 4. I have a remnants of a number in your ear too, don't I? I have no idea what it was. But you're 4 today. And you feel just a little bit smaller than your sibling. Oh my gosh, but you feel great. Oh my gosh. And what I'm feeling is the body type. Just fabulous. Yep, you're 1.99. You're almost 2 pounds. Almost. That's not bad, sweetie. You're right on target. You're right on target. I haven't been checking the tails, but I don't do that. Tails and teeth. C and C. This is their first C and C's, aren't they? Oh, gosh, you're so pretty. I didn't have very many Chocolate Agoutis before. I was so enthralled with my chestnuts. I've had a few pop up, and I honestly don't know who's going to be my favorite, chestnuts or Chocolate Agoutis, because these guys are just gorgeous. Hi, sweetheart. Where you going? Yeah, are you okay? Shall I check your teeth? Oh, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know if you guys are seeing this whole thing. Move the camera just a little bit. Hi. Get that foot. So we're excited. I'm so thrilled to have us go forward. The lighting isn't very good right through here, but we'll make do today. There's a shadow. Lord. Yeah, this is going to take a while. But you all need checked. You all need your toenails trimmed. I know. They're like, we don't mind being on our backs if it's with mom. Because that's how they feed. They get on their little backs. They squiggle underneath mom and she stands over them. And they go to town feeding off of her. But they're like, you're not mom. And you're not feeding me. You're doing weird stuff to me. She's like, I don't know about that. See, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It's okay. She's like, yeah, that wasn't that bad. Oh my goodness gracious. And did I look and sex you? I don't, if I did, I didn't write it down, so we better look. I think you're a buck. I think you're a buck. You're a pretty guy too. Okay, I have one more Chocolate Agouti in this batch. Here we go. I have a young buck Chocolate Agouti. And I think he's going to go back east to help. There's a little cluster of, oh my God. Oh, that is so nice. I am just like thrilled. These guys are looking really good. Really good bodies. Oh my gosh. That goes to the moon up here. And straight down. Oh. Yeah, we don't like this. I think I have my hand sanitizer. We're going to have to clean you up a little bit. A lot. I'm going to move my notebook. You're messy. We're going to finish trimming your toenails. And then we'll clean you up. I don't know why you're all goopy down there. And I have some paper towels around here somewhere. Hi, baby. What do you got going on down here? A mess. Your mama isn't. I don't want to trim too much of this wool off her. Oh. He's like, nope, you're not going to trim anything down there. But it's going to happen. We'll get most of this cleaned up. Getting down here with all these baby parts. Oh my goodness. This is why I like getting these babies out at least once a week. If possible, more often. If I was to leave this on this poor guy, especially this time of year, fly strike can happen so quickly. And hopefully you will clean this up and you won't get any more. So it looks like he's had the runs for some reason. That can be so deadly so quickly. Yeah. We're getting there. Oh, God. I left that paper towel next to the cage right here, and one of those babies tried to take it. I was like, nope. I'll get you guys some hay here. It'll be a nice little treat for y'all. Your mom would appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to snip this off, but I'm not going to take anything off the bottom of his heel. Poor little tail. Yeah. One of my little tricks I have, and I don't have it with me right now, but I'll use it on him here after we're all done, is some kitty shampoo. It's the dry shampoo. Well, they say it's dry, it's a liquid. But I get these little tiny bottles you can buy at Walmart or any one of these supermarkets. And it's in the makeup department usually, or nearby, where they sell, there's usually a bunch of stuff for travel things, like little tiny deodorants, little tiny shampoos, and travel toothbrushes, that kind of thing. Well, they have these little tiny spray bottles. They're like a 2-ounce spray bottles. And they work really good. I have several. I have one just plain water. I have one that has kind of a conditioner in it. And I use it to spray when it's really warm and dry out. It helps. I just mist the air and the outside of the rabbit when I'm blow drying. Because we're so dry here, the blow dryer can produce a lot of static electricity. And it's painful for both me and the babies and the bunnies. Hi, baby. We're just going to get some of this off of your little tail. Is that all right? Yeah. And you are, well, I'm this close to you. We're going to check you out. I'm going to say that you're a doe. Oops. Almost got you, didn't I? These are little Clorox wipes. I think my husband bought this. I like it for spot cleaning, disinfecting things like our car and whatnot when we go places. But it got left here in my she shed. So that's what she got. That's what she got on her little butt. It's a little bit of Clorox wipes. But I really like that kitty shampoo. And I just spray it on the bunny rabbit real lightly. Let it dry. And then usually after working it in a little bit, and after it dries, I can just brush it right out. Oh, don't pee on my notebook, honey pot. Let's put you in with your siblings. You're all done. Oh, I didn't weigh you. You're not done. You're not done. You are 1.8. And I think you're a doe. I think you're a doe with a dirty butt, but not anymore. Oh my goodness, you guys. These are all the babies that are going to get their CNC. Hi, babies. Hi. So anyway, before I touch any other rabbits, I'm going to go in. I'm going to call it a day for our Zoom anyway. I'm not going to call it a day. My day's just getting started. I'm going to go run in, wash up, get a little bit of handful of hay for these babies. And I'm going to continue on my CNCs. But we're going to sign off for now. And then I'm going to make more of these. That's on my agenda for this afternoon. Those are going to turn into those. Woo-hoo!